Hello, I'm the DM, and you're listening to Campaign 2 of Fools and Flagons, the Tales of Archeron. We livestream on Twitch at twitch.tv/foolsandflagons. That's fools, the letter N, flagons, every Friday at 7 p.m. Central for Tales of Archeron and 6 p.m. Central for Storm King's Chaos. If you'd like to join our community and talk not just about D&D, but other games as well, consider joining our Discord. The links can be found below in the description. Do you like us? Like, really, really like us? Consider donating to our coffee page at ko-fi.com/foolsandflagons. The links can also be found in the description. Donations and memberships are never required and always appreciated. We have no gated content for members only, and all proceeds go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience, and it helps to keep the podcast alive and well. Are you ready for some D&D? All right then. Grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for the Fools and Flagons podcast.
Grab your drink and raise your glass. Make a mess and kick some ass. Dungeon Master has no chance. It's time for Fools and Flagons. Raid the dungeons and slay the dragon. Sharpen your sword and prep your wagons. There'll be death and tons of magic. It's time for Fools and Flagons. Time for Fools and Flagons. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Fools and Flagons. Sorry that we're a day late, as per previously promised. I forgot I had a football game I had to work yesterday, but we're getting it done today. Sports ball, it's a paycheck. So if you are new here, whether listening or watching us live, this is a D&D tabletop campaign made up entirely by me, where these lovely people do silly things, and we make a story together. And most importantly, the rule of cool is king. So, tonight we're back on to Tales of Archeron. As you can probably see, for those of you watching us live or looking at the VOD, Brick is not here. He is also off making money, but he gave us permission to play without him. We were going to do it anyway. I actually forget, he's at some convention.
It's a makeup
Gen something, maybe?
Yeah. Gen Con, I think.
Was it Gen Con?
No.
Anyway, he's off having fun, making money and whatever, so yeah, that's why he's not here. So, we're going to get through the spiel real quick, and then we're going to have some fun tonight. So, we want to thank you for your follows, subscriptions, and bits on Twitch if you are watching us live. We do apologize that we cannot verbally recognize them on the stream for the sake of not interrupting the story, but your support of us is always appreciated. And someone here will likely be watching chat for you as things happen, and they will be chatting with you in there when they should be paying attention. What? A super big thank you to Martyr, Gelatinous Cube, Cargo, and Spazoid for being tavern members over on our coffee page. Their support of us is very much appreciated, and we cannot thank them enough. And if you'd like a spot at the bar at the beginning, middle, and end with your little avatar and stuff, consider supporting us on coffee. All of the proceeds from that go to keeping the podcast alive and well. It helps to pay for some of the stuff that we use to make things and have everything working. There's a lot of subscriptions and other companies that get paid so that we can bring you a fun story and podcast stuff. Any other questions, comments, concerns, announcements before we get started?
Pez has zoomies.
Pez does have zoomies. Be ready for some craziness. Also, if any of you are interested, the person that did the intro song for us is Nick Black. You can check him out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch. He's a fantastic singer-songwriter, really, really great friend. We like him a lot, so show him some love.
He's a swell dude.
Yeah, he's a pretty sweet guy. You may have actually seen him before if you've watched us for a while. He was Eddie Von X Halen in one of our one-shots. He played guitar as a bard.
Dragonborn.
For the podcast listeners, Zahn just face planted hard. Face palm, sorry, face palm. That's what I meant.
No. I like face planted.
Okay. Why is it so warm in here all of a sudden? It's been fine up until now.
You're wearing a jacket.
I've been wearing this all day and it's fine. I don't want to take it
I
off.
wish
It's
I could wear a
comfy.
jacket and not die.
Jealous season.
High today was 89.
It was in the 50s here today.
I was trying to see. I think my nails might be Issa's hair color slightly now. Anyway.
30.
I'd say something, but I might get us in trouble.
When has that ever stopped you?
I'd be respectful.
Type it.
I'll wait till we're done.
Wait till we're on break. All right.
Don't worry. Got you.
Write it down. Don't forget. If there's nothing else that anyone has, then grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Water.
Enjoy the blue.
Look how gel looking this water bottle is. Oh,
It's
actually-
being blurred.
I'm enjoying how
Yeah.
blurred the water bottle is.
It's not safe for work.
Yeah, it's naughty water.
naughty.
We need to do that. We just need to make a brand of water that's just naughty water.
And it's all blurred. The entire label is.
Yeah.
The plastic is frosted, so you can't see through it. The label's just mosaic.
Oh, I just thought of a very bad idea.
No, go ahead. We're
no.
here for it. Come on.
Cobalt moss water.
I drink green water.
The bottom of the bottle is like tinted green.
It's like gamer girl water, but cobalt
No,
moss.
no.
Gamer subs water.
That's
No.
not what
Now
he's
that you
referring
described
to.
It,
Gamer.
now that you described it, no.
There, he figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like
let's
dirt.
let's actually play some D&D.
Yes.
So, last we left off on the Tales of Archeron, the Tempests had a wonderfully spicy dinner date with their new friend Tanaka, and learned a bit more of the dire nature of things around Chunsu and Takatari as a whole. The next day was filled with wandering shopping, as Kasumi had many of her fellows buy clothing that would help them fit in a little bit better with the locals, and Brick found himself a slew of books to read to continue his research of the arcane. Taking a few more days to relax within the city, the Tempests awaited word from Taiko Suki on whether they'd be able to meet with the Shogun or not. So we rejoin them now as Tanaka greets them in their own home, announcing that Taiko Suki wishes to speak with them. So, Mariko's boyfriend is standing slightly inside of the wagon and is looking around. Taiko Suki wishes to meet with you, and be ready.
Why did you say it like that?
He steps back out of the wagon.
I'm concerned. Anyone else?
Do we have to look pretty, or...
It'd probably be safe if you guys wore your attire.
Good thing I
got
have
our
not
stuff
taken
right.
off this kimono.
Son just
Slept
looks at
in
himself his
it
battle
and
garb.
everything.
Are you, John? Are you good to go? Okay.
Did we get our kimonos yet?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah,
oh, we did?
yeah.
We already
Yes.
picked those up.
Okay.
As
Cool.
soon as Mariko got hers, she refuses to take it off unless she's like sleeping. She thinks she looks pretty.
Did I order one
Yeah,
first time around?
I thought you did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
There's
The
art
one that
of
didn't
it.
was Brick.
Yeah, you
Brick
even
is all
posted art of
mad
it.
Addy.
I did.
Yeah, Brick was the
Maybe.
only one that said that he didn't want to do it because he said that he had,
Made a bling.
He already looks the part.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fancy.
Speaking of Brick, as Tanaka pops in, announcing all of this, Brick is nowhere to be found,
Well, he's dead.
and nothing of
Anyone?
value was lost.
Know where Brick is?
I think he went off to learn some books, or learn
He's in the book room.
books.
Oh, in the library?
Yeah, the book room.
Like our library.
The book room. Bobart.
Time for Boba to steal the limelight.
Mountain people.
Okay, well, if everyone's ready, I don't think we need to keep her waiting. So we should probably head out.
Lead the way.
Yes, Kasumi. Ladies first.
Yes, Mariko. And she starts shoving you out.
I'm very confused why you're very adamant about me talking to Mr. Tanaka.
Because you guys seem to get along quite well, so yes, go talk to him more. She just keeps shoving you.
Okay.
Okay, so Mariko gets forcibly escorted out of the front of the wagon. And as you are the first to step out, what greets your sight is not the normal bustling street that you've seen the last few days now. The wagon is surrounded by Red Guard. Far more armored than Tanaka had been. Helmets, shoulder pads, breastplates, spears. There's a few that have standards on their backs. They're not pointing weapons, but they have done a little bit of a half circle around the front entrance to the wagon.
Zon just looks around. Happy I'm not in my kimono.
Son, what did you do?
Wait a minute. Let me think.
Have I done something?
To be fair, I think I have been pretty behaved.
To be
So
So far.
Was a moment.
Kasumi peeks around Mariko's shoulders and she's like, did I miss something? Did we do something wrong?
As you all kind of come out and you ask this question, Tanaka kind of stands up straighter and says, announcing Taiko Okazaki, who wishes to speak with you. And as he says this, a few of the Red Guard step to the side, and a gentleman steps forward. He has long, pointed ears, grayish, kind of dark gray hair and a top knot, a long, pointed goatee, very, very, very nice robes. And he's kind of stroking his beard as he walks through the ranks. And as he steps past the other Red Guards, they close in behind him. Tanaka then takes a step back and sort of joins the ranks. He kind of stands a little bit in front of them. Kasumi, make an... trying to think of what check I would have you do. Make a history check, I suppose.
Intimidation.
What was his name again? You said announcing. Who was that again?
Okazaki.
Oh.
Is that an S or a Z?
Z.
Waiting for D&D Beyond.
Should have had that ready.
Excuse you.
It's almost like we're
Those are
playing D&D.
19.
19.
I had it open, but it didn't want to load, okay?
Man.
You're not terribly familiar with the ranking system of the Red Guard, but you know enough about them to know that the Red Guard that are forming the semicircle are probably a much higher rank than Tanaka. It's kind of like having sort of like upper rank lieutenant sergeant kind of deal, and he's just kind of like an on-beat normal cop kind of guy.
Like enlisted.
Yeah.
If you notice anything, Zon's just looking at all of the guards like, I can take that one, and that one, and that one, and maybe that one, and probably both of them at the same time.
Mariko's locked up.
But that big bitch in the back.
Later, after noodles.
After lunch. After lunch and a nap.
Kasumi is gonna awkwardly. She goes to wave that she remembers. She's like, okay, no, I'm gonna bow. She's like, I'm back in where I need to be. Let's have proper etiquette. And then she's
You
going
remembered
to
your
bow.
culture.
Shit, I'm
So
from
in a
here.
way-
So all of you see Kasumi bow towards the half-elven gentleman. And you can kind of see Mariko's ears are quite long and pointed. His are about half the length. Might help if I actually gave you guys a...
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Yes, please.
Wow, so needy.
I said please.
So needy.
Oh my, he is quite refined.
Anyway, as he stands there and he's observing all of you, he sees Kasumi bowing and he gives the almost an imperceptible nod of his head. Good morning to these fabled Tempests. I hear you have something of the Shogun's.
Yes. What brings you here?
I am here in the stead of the Shogun, who is far too busy to meet with some people that supposedly have stolen property of his. So, and as he says so, all of the red guards around draw their weapons and point them towards you. As he holds his hand out, I will be taking that for His Excellence.
This is going to be a fun morning, I can already tell.
Excuse me. I don't think you know exactly what you are talking about.
I fear you are under the impression that this was a conversation, a negotiation. No. This is a demand from the Shogun. You will hand me the Jade Medallion. Off to the side, you hear Tanaka clear his throat. This is the Shogun's chief advisor. I would listen to him if I were you.
Real quick. Pause. We have a missing person.
Oops.
PC froze.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties, people.
We lost the
We'll be right back.
Moriko. She'll be back. So, how was everyone's Friday?
I'm excited to kill people in a new city. This is gonna be great.
What do the Red Guard look like?
General samurai kind of vibes. Let me
Oh, like Last Samurai, Red Samurai armor?
kinda. They're standards. You see some of them that have the flags on their back. It's a white field with a red sun, with a lot of the rays kind of squiggly and looking kind of scimitar-esque.
Heat waves.
Welcome back. Mariko, what was
What
the
I
last thing...
miss?
I was going to say, what was the last thing you heard?
The weapons were being drawn, and we were being told to give back the thing.
Ah, yes. Well, Kasumi did Kasumi things and started to argue. And the half-elven gentleman clarified that this was not a discussion or a negotiation, that this was the word from the Shogun himself to give him the medallion. And Tanaka kind of clears his throat and whispers to you from the side that this is the Shogun's chief advisor.
Okay.
Now you're caught up.
Okay. Thank you. I hate my computer sometimes.
It happens.
Kasumi takes a moment to take a deep breath and not necessarily meditate, but kind of try to calm her anger right now. And she just folds her hands in her kimono and she makes direct eye contact with him and she says, "This was something that Shenshei had me find personally. And the only way this medallion is going to be delivered to the Shogun is by me personally.
He continues to hold his hand out as he looks at you. We are aware of what you claim, and the Shogun has expressed unto me, his chief advisor, that I am to collect the jade medallion that is rightfully his.
This medallion belongs to Shenshei.
I will ask you one more time, and once more only. Give me the medallion, or we will take it from you.
Oh, that would not be a good idea. I would not suggest that one.
Can I do an insight check to make sure that he's actually telling the truth?
See if he's
Sure.
the smart one.
Can I also make an insight check?
Sure.
Zahn doesn't want to make an inside check. He wants to kill. Let's fucking go.
19.
19.
28.
28. There's no facial tics that says that he's telling a falsehood. If anything, you're starting to see more irritation that his command is not being respected or followed. He's definitely someone of a position where his word carries a lot of weight, and most people would heed his words. But you don't sense any falsehoods or lies. He seems to be telling the truth.
Kasumi, why can't we just give it to him? I don't think he's lying.
Because that is not what Shenshei told me to do. The plan was, and we discussed, that we would find a way to be accepted into the main city, so the Shogun would be willing to meet us in person, so I could personally deliver it to him, and that is the only way I'm willing to do this. I am not going to defy Shenshei. Would you defy Shenshei if she told you to do that? And she looks directly at him.
He's still staring at you with his hand out. You choose not to cooperate.
I am not handing it over unless it's directly to the Shogun.
Very well. And he lowers his hand, and with a little gesture, he turns and steps away, and all of the Red Guard begin to close in closer to you. Even Tanaka is pulling his weapon and is joining the ranks.
How many are there?
There's 40 to 50 of them.
There's more than I expected. But
When I said that you were
expecting-
surrounded, I mean you were surrounded.
But I was expecting not to expect something that doesn't count.
They are getting closer. What are you all doing?
I'm sorry, D&D Beyond's being a bitch. I'm trying to pull something up. I don't want to get loud.
How far away are they? As
They are
moving forward?
closing distance.
Closer than 15 feet.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Zon's gonna draw a sword and slam it into the ground and cast Relentless Winter.
Okay. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay!
I do not have a map for this, so it's going to be relatively theater of the mind.
This is where you was like, shit, didn't think that they'd want to fight the guard.
No, I had a feeling. I just didn't have a great way to prep it out.
+5. Let's fucking go.
God, I forgot Pez's initiative was so high.
I agree.
Good lord.
+5. Wait, is that right? No, one less than that.
Okay, let's get a little bit different ambiance here.
And bands.
Real quick, as we were doing this, did the chief dude have any weapons on him that we could see?
You didn't look, and he's already gone behind the other guards.
Perfect!
We're just making an enemy out of this entire city.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
As
Ruining
intended.
ruining any chance of Mariko actually getting it off with Riku.
They started it, okay? Listen. Kasumi
Okay.
is stubborn.
25 to 20.
29.
28.
Damn.
Okay. 28. Pez. Yeah, I said 25 to 20, and you guys just were like 29, 28. Fuck.
Well,
20 to 15.
19.
Okay.
Please be in the teens.
Oh no.
15 to 10.
It's just me left. I don't know why you're still.
Because I have other things to add to the order, and I need to know where you are. What's your initiative there, Kasumi?
7.
Oof. Okay.
Was
Have to work really hard.
was the cannon installed on top of the wagon?
Yes. Wait, what?
Wasn't.
I thought it was.
He collected it. He never mounted it.
Oh.
That's right.
It's your fault, Brick. Wherever you are.
I could have swore he had us do woodwork for it.
No, you collected the wood for it. You
So
didn't
Brick will
actually
be
craft
the
it.
reason for the TPK. All right.
All right. So, I guess we can kind of go in chunks here. So, Zon, Pez, and Mariko, you guys are up first. What are the three of you doing?
Oh, at once?
I mean, you're top of the initiative, and then there's a little bit of a break, and then in Kasumi. So, well, actually, Zon, you've already used your Relentless Winter, so I would say that that's kind of your action since you're first in the turn order here.
So just for a heads up, all of the guard are hostile. All of the people are. All of us aren't. I'm also gonna make the
Tanaka?
Tanaka. Fuck it, I don't give a shit about him.
The chief advisor?
Yes, not hurt him.
Okay. He's at this point outside of the range. What's the range of that spell? 15 feet?
50.
Yeah, he's well out of the range of that.
Oh, that's good. He won't be minutes in a second. And then I'm going to rub the Ancient Storms right behind him.
Behind the chief advisor. Okay. So you go in a straight line with that, correct?
Nope, I just use 30 feet of my movement to teleport to an unoccupied space. I can see within 90 feet of myself.
Gotcha. Think of a different bit of kit. Okay, so you cast Relentless Winter, and that's a saving throw. Yes? For when...
It's Spirit Guardians, yes.
Yeah.
It's a Wisdom saving throw.
That would be a natural 20 for that group. Another natural 20. Okay, sure. Just get them all out of the way early.
Yep.
Jackass. And that's going to be a 13.
So the 13 fails.
Sweet! That's more like it. I was scared for a minute for you guys.
I mean, I was
what's the
debating
damage?
on silver. I'm about to roll it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You gotta be kidding me. How do I not have D8s in here? There we go. 5? That's 10. That's 21.
21.
So total damage.
Okay. And the others are halved,
half.
so 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Yeah, and then you appear beside the Okazaki.
And anything in between me and where I go other than him has to make a saving throw as well.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. You did a straight line thing, or because you went like...
Yeah, so yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So they need to make a wisdom saving throw as well.
That would be a 18.
So if it beats, it beats. So I don't think they take anything.
Okay.
No damage on success. Yeah.
Cool.
And
Well, sorry, were you done?
I have one more thing to do, but
I was just gonna add flavor.
please add flavor before I go on.
Well, no. What more are you doing?
Going to use my bonus action to, instead of attack, just put my sword in front of what's his face's name. The Doom Duster.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not technically a bonus action to just sort of hold it there, so I'll let that kind of slide. So you all see Zahn basically slam his sword down into the ground, creating snow and shit everywhere. And in that flash, he's just kind of gone, and he's just already behind the chief advisor with his sword up to his throat. The man doesn't flinch in the slightest. He just stands there and kind of looks down at you. You really wish to do this?
Not really, but you're not really giving me much of an option.
I gave you an option. However,
No.
that's the 6 seconds, so we'll have to cut that there.
Okay.
Pez, are you doing anything as you just get really, really cold?
I'm gonna get really, really warm because I assume I don't want to kill people, but at the same time, I can kill people, so I'm going to reach underneath Cassie, like the wagon, and pull out a piece of wood and turn that into my Eldritch Cannon, a flamethrower.
Oh,
Didn't
Just
realize
flavor.
this.
I cast Eldritch Cannon.
I didn't realize this was an option.
I was just trying to add flavor.
you hear a little bit of
No,
a
it's awesome.
as you rip boards off of Cassie. Okay, so you make the cannon and you fire it off into the ranks. Is that
So it'll be 5 feet in front of me for now.
okay?
It can move my movement, and so that's my action. As my bonus action, I'm going to make it shoot a cone of fire, a 15-foot cone of fire.
Okay.
You'll need to make a dex save, DC 15.
DC of 15. That is a failure.
And it will affect a bunch of people, I assume, who is in
Yes.
said 15-foot cone.
Yes. So what's
I
the
need to
damage?
Roll. It is 3d8.
Oof.
I don't have 3d8s on me right now. 8 fire damage.
Okay. Well, that is enough to finish off a few of them. Some of the ones that had already been damaged by Zahn's flurry of snow, your flame hits them, and you can see some of their armor begin to crack, their skin breaking open, and they collapse, kind of winded, and generally not looking too great. But as soon as a few fall, the rest close ranks, and they seem even more determined, closing in the distance. Anything else you're doing on your turn, since that was your action?
I mean, I was going to turn into Minion Master, but that's fine. I can't do that. I'm going to move into a protective stance around Kasumi.
Okay, so you just go and stand in front of Kasumi.
Yeah, but she'll probably ninja.
I'll protect you, Kasumi, like 3 foot taller.
I'll protect you! Your shins? Yes.
It's a thought that counts.
Moriko.
So for flavor of what I'm doing, she's going to jump down from the little stair landing onto the ground, hands on the ground, and cast Wrath of Nature.
Hell yeah.
Oh my. Now, with Wrath of Nature, do you choose which creatures are affected, or is it every creature?
Against my enemies.
Fuck.
Is Tanaka an enemy?
But she is aiming to just... She's not really aiming to kill, she's just aiming to
Hinder.
restrain.
Maim.
Okay. So is
Restrain or knock
Tanaka part of that? Who is your target?
Mariko, honestly, with Mariko's mindset, it's everyone but Tanaka.
Okay.
Hey.
I have a lot of...
Like I said, to Mariko's mindset.
Okay. That's a failure.
Also
That's
the same
a-
with Pez.
Moriko, I had a natural 1 on one of those, so keep that in mind for any damage rolls on guards. What's this save?
For which part?
What am I rolling to save against?
I'm just gonna say it's, I'm guessing they're not near any trees.
No.
The grasses are already under difficult terrain, so I'm guessing just the root and vines for becoming restrained, and that is a strength saving throw.
Okay. Does a 19 succeed?
No.
No?
No.
Off.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think...
Low.
I've already made this assumption before. You rolled a 20 and you still failed.
That's
I'm
a
like,
fail.
Let's see how this is going to go.
Didn't he use that against the thing that killed Hamburger?
Okay, cool. So all failures with one super failure.
So yeah, they're restrained by the roots and vines.
And one of them super restrained.
Cool. Yeah, so Zahn, as you're standing there, and he's like, "Oh, you really want to do this?" It's like, and you're like, I really want to do this.
We're going to be real good friends until this is over.
Also, it's a 60-foot cube of effect.
Oh, yeah. No, you got everybody.
Okay.
I am fully aware of the size of this fucking spell, Moriko, which is why I'm saying, Okay. Anyway, it's Okazaki's turn. And as he is standing there looking at you and the vines wrap around him, he kind of goes, And he's going to cast Misty Step.
Anyone have a counter spell?
I don't know. Does Misty Step provoke opportunity attacks? I'm guessing not.
No.
No.
Nope.
So
okay.
he bamfs out of the vines and away from your sword and appears 30 feet away and just kind of... Well, that was foolish of you. Enjoy rotting in prison. And he begins to just start walking back towards the interior of the city.
Good luck.
Yeah. So with his turn done, it is the rest of the guards. To break free, it's a what save again? Strength?
Strength check or athletics.
Okay. We're gonna see what fucking happens. Okay, that's gonna be a 24.
Okay, that passes.
Okay, that one's a failure. So, sorry, you said you did get Tanaka or no?
No, she did not do
Okay.
Tanaka.
Okay, so then I have to do...
We know that.
That's a super failure. So a few of them, the vines were really able to get their arms and their legs bound really, really nicely. But one of them manages to get his arm free just enough to start hacking at the vines, freeing his compatriot, and they all begin to just, like, with really precise swings, slashing at the vines and all to free themselves. So one group gets themselves free, but it's still difficult terrain, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So they begin to slowly start getting closer and closer. They're maybe 5 feet away from the three of you. You, Pez, and Kasumi. Zahn being on the outside, they didn't really see where he went. They were told to go for you all. So for all they know, he just fucked off and went back to Rokusing. But with their action being spent to get free, that's about all they can do. So with that brings us to Kasumi.
Okay. She is going to give them a devious grin before she casts Misty Step as well. And she is going to bamf on top of the cart.
Okay.
Let me go ahead
Don't worry,
and mark
Kasumi,
that
I'll
off.
protect. Okay, bye.
I'll go help myself then.
So she is
See
going
if I
to go
help you
on
again.
top of the cart. And then she is going to get out by Saito. She is not going to shoot yet, but she is going to have it out just in case.
In case of what?
So in case any of them attack her directly.
So fuck you, Pez.
No, there's a method to this, okay?
Okay, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. Tanaka, having not been affected by the spell, looks around, seeing those nearby to him, kind of looks at you, looks up at you, Kasumi, and just goes, and starts slashing at the vines, holding some of the nearby guards hostage next to him. That's just going to give them advantage on their save on the next go, but that's basically all he's doing this turn, is just starting to hack at the vines. So that does bring us back to the top of the round with Zahn.
How far away is he from me?
He bamfed 30 feet away from you, and he moved his full movement 30 more feet away.
That's not far enough. No, I know. This will be interesting. Calabunga it is.
You rolled the dice to see what you're doing?
I was either gonna banish the big dude or kill all the guards. I rolled kill all the guards real fucking hard. Yeah, I'm gonna walk or stroll right up behind the guards. And how many of them within 30 feet of me? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, in 30 feet of me. If I'm
Like
direct.
A radius, a cone. What are we talking?
30 feet in a circle around me.
Circle. Okay, well, because a 30-foot cone is much different than a 30-foot circle. You're getting like a whole extra, like 2 wedges in there. You've probably got about 20 people. Like, if you get right up to behind someone, it's like, hey, friend, die.
Zahn's gonna smash his foot into the ground and cast Destruction Wave. I need every single thing within 30 feet of me that's not my friends, or if I can see Tanaka and he's within range, not him.
So, for flavor, if you had the wagon down here that you all had your backs to and the semicircle, Tanaka was kind of on one of the side corners and the big boss was here, now over that way. So,
he's within 30
Tanaka
feet,
would not be within that distance. Just,
Okay.
yeah.
That's good. I just want to let you know how mad Zahn is.
I don't care.
I'm rolling these.
I'm fucked. I now care. I know those dice. I don't like those dice. Sorry, what's the save again?
It's a Constitution.
Constitution. Got it. Constitution.
Yes,
Constitution.
Got it.
Constitution.
Got it. Constitutions.
Got a constant my tuitions, man.
That's gonna be. It's gonna be.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's not gonna be good.
It's a 24.
Okay, so that passes, but that's a lot of 5s and 6s. So 12, 24, 34. That's a 5 and a 3. 34 plus 43 and 6. 3 and no, 35. 30. No, plus 5. Oh shit. 12, 24, 34.
Yeah, this work.
Yeah, just when I have this many freaking D6s.
You did this to
34 plus
yourself.
6 is 40.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, 46. We're good. I did my math right the first time. 46 points of. We'll split that in half. So.
Okay.
23 thunder and 23 radiant.
So, Kasumi, you have the best view of this. Pez, you do not. Mariko, you can kind of see what's going on. Kasumi, you're able to see Zahn and Okazaki kind of getting away, and Zahn turns to look at the back of the guards, and you're just like, well, there he goes killing again. Stomp. Pez, you're not entirely sure what happened, just the ground started to shake. Mariko, you're kind of seeing people behind kind of getting tossed up and falling back down. There's a lot of dust and debris coming up from whatever happened in the back of the ranks. Zahn, you took out easily half of the red guard that were back there. That whole like center column is all but devastated from that stomp attack. But with that, you do hear shouts from behind you in the city. Language that you don't understand, but sounds very panicked and is very quickly getting further and further away from you. Any of the citizenry that was behind you is now scattering and running from the ruckus that is now being caused. Is there anything else you want to do for your turn, sir?
So how far away is the guy from us now? 60
He's
feet?
about 60 feet away from you at this point in time.
I'm gonna robe to him again. Right in front of where he's walking.
Okay.
So
you
Yep.
bamf back out in front of him. And as you kind of appear there, he just goes, "You really wish to play this game."
yes, I'm a priest of Rokusin. We fight. It's kind of what we do.
I can't even be mad at you for that. It's kind of dope.
Are you going to at least have some sense of reason, or are you going to let all of your men die? As he gestures to the horde of dead people already.
Pez, what are you doing, sir?
Can I see the goober?
Not from your vantage point. There's thinner ranks right in front of you, but the two groups on the side are still very, very thick with bodies, and there's a lot of vines and stuff in the way, and you're quite short.
True. I am at a height disadvantage. Fortunately, I was going to shoot him in the leg, but can't see
There's a
him.
lot of people's legs you can shoot, but you would not be able to see him.
True. So, in that case, that's a lot of damage that I could do right there. Is my Eldritch Cannon still, like, looking at a bunch of people that I can
Oh yeah.
cook?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I only killed 10. You still got 30 left.
Then, as my bonus action, I'll use it to attack the people.
Okay. So
that
another
is-
flamethrower.
Yep. Dex save DC 15.
Nope. Failure.
Cool. They'll take full damage of 3 delta 8. 21.
Yeah, if you roll 3 sevens.
Zahn approves.
Yeah.
All right.
You set another 3 dudes on fire, and they are cooking like lobsters inside of their red armor. The screams are
Why do I...
the screams are kind of horrific. But as they go down again, they're just closing in ranks once more. Anything else? Well, that was your bonus action.
As my primary action, don't know if I want to waste it or not.
Waste it.
I'm sorry, waste them.
With the spread of a shotgun,
Mm-hmm.
will that affect multiple people?
Depends. I'm assuming you're talking about with your
My regular shotgun.
the regular shotgun. Let me take a look.
Because I
It's
would
been
need to use a bonus action to convert into a shotgun.
Let's see. You're using the carrion shotgun?
Mm-hmm.
Forget exactly how this works. It's been so long since we've used it.
Like, I don't know if it's buckshot or a bunch of pellets.
I really can't remember how this is supposed to be used.
I am Doom Guy, so
Yeah. I really honestly cannot remember how this weapon is supposed to be used. It's been so long since it's been pulled out. We'll say it's a 10-foot cone, so you can hit 4 people with it.
better
So,
than-
yeah, roll to see if you can hit.
okay. There's a plus 10 to hit. Ooh, 29.
Hey, that hits.
Cool.
A shotgun at point blank range hits.
Well, it's a matter of if it hits the armor or then like ricochets off or actually punches through.
I'm just having fun.
So I'm seeing slight conflicting things. In the damage column, it's 2d8 plus 4, but in the writing, it's 3d4 piercing.
Yes, because to make the weapon, I had to use the game's pre-existing shotgun. So the 3d4 is what the weapon's supposed to actually do, because it won't let you change the damage type through their homebrew crap.
Just making sure.
Yep. I definitely
7
regret
damage.
doing those custom guns at the very beginning, because they were not very well done. 7 damage. You hit all of them, and you know there's shouts and grunts and groans as they're getting pelted by your really really loud stick. But none of them drop. I'm on fire now. I'm bleeding. What's happening? Why is there ringing in my ears?
As my action or movement, would I be able to get up onto the seat, like the driver's seat of the wagon?
Not with what movement you have and how far out you were, because you were kind of right out front of the door. You'd have to go all the way over and then climb up. And with you using your action and all of that, I would say that you can get underneath where that is, but you are getting yourself very much closer to the red guards who are closing in.
Yeah, I don't like those people, so I'm just gonna sit put.
Okay. Alrighty. Mariko, that brings us to you.
So are they coming around us like in a semicircle?
Yes, the
or-
semicircle is closing in on you. Well, it was until they were rooted.
And chunks blown out.
Yeah.
So like, is it still a semicircle? Is it becoming more flat?
So, with the semicircle, there's a bunch in the back that Zahn obliterated. There's a bunch in the front that Pez is kind of picking at. The other side hasn't been touched too terribly much, and it was the one on the right that was nearest to Pez that succeeded. So they're the ones that are starting to kind of close in, or that will be closing in again. The other ones are still fighting. Those are the group that Tanaka is trying to help get loose.
Okay, then I'm gonna aim a tidal wave through the ones that are getting closer.
Oh.
At my group?
Cowabunga it is!
Cowabunga it is!
It is 30 feet long and 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall. So that's why I was just like,
Yeah, no, that hits a bunch of them.
it's a
It's not the
dexterity
way
saving
it is.
throw.
And that's not a concentration, is it? It's just a single attack?
Instantaneous.
Okay. Just checking. That's a failure.
Rip. Making sure I take that off. 48. Oh. 16 points bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
16 points bludgeoning damage and knocked prone. As you hit all of these people with your tidal wave, the water just comes from fucking nowhere, douses the fire. A bunch of them get washed away. Some of them that were knocked prone don't get back up. But a few of them, you can kind of see them stirring and trying to like get their armor out from being stuck in the mud. But you've now got a bit of a channel through all those bodies from that colossal failure of mine, which is, you know, where we expect me to be. With that being said, Pez, you and Moriko are now able to see off in the distance Zahn and Okazaki.
How far is Okazaki?
He's about a little over 60 feet away from you at this point. Probably closer
Is
to
he
like
still
70.
close to the cube, the diameter of the cube?
Not quite. Oh, no,
No.
your elemental cube thing?
Yeah.
No, he's out of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a creature I can see in the cube. Fuck! I was gonna try to fling a rock at him. The cube.
right in the back of the noggin.
Yeah, just knock him out. All right.
It looked
damn it.
smaller. It was actually a boulder.
Fuck. Do I see any of the guys that I hit with the tidal wave getting up quicker than the others?
Not particularly, because they've been frozen, burned, and now half drowned. They're struggling a little bit here.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna do for this.
Okay.
Except I'm gonna take a peek at the other side, and at the end of my turn, try to ensnare one of the other guys that have already been freed.
Well, they haven't gotten freed yet.
Okay.
Tanaka was helping them get free, which is going to give them advantage on their save on their next
Okay.
go around. So,
I'm having trouble mathulating.
right. I mean, this is kind of on me. I didn't think that you guys... I should have known that you guys would have fought and made a map, but I didn't, so that's on me.
Okay, then I'm good.
So, that brings us to Okazaki. Zon, as you appear next to him once again, he sighs. You have dug your own graves. Good luck. And he vanishes.
Like,
There's a slight wall of arcane energy that appears beside him that he steps through.
aw.
And as he
This
steps
is
through it,
tough.
no. It doesn't.
Press X to doubt.
Well, let me go and
No,
check
you're
that.
good.
No, well, no.
You're-
I mean, it's a valid question. Let me make doubly sure that I'm not lying to you on it. Oop, that's not how you spell that. Because if you do get an opportunity to attack, I do want you to have it, but... Um... No, it is instantaneous.
Okay.
But he vanishes from your sight. Whereas before, when he had used Misty Step, you had seen him reappear. This time he does not.
Then I guess we're going to go see the Shogun. By force!
So that is going to do it for his turn, and that brings us to the guards. The few remaining that Mariko fucking helped obliterate are struggling to get up. There's only like 5 or 6 of them that are trying to get to their feet from that group. But with half their speed being gone from getting up from prone and then half their speed halved again, they're really like slogging through the mud trying to get to what they were tasked to doing, and they're just making no fucking headway.
Because of the drought, it's become a bog.
Yeah, no, it's not great. It's really bad. You're here like as their feet are getting stuck in the mud, and
Mariko feels terrible for any of them that are not getting back up.
yeah, they're just slowly sinking more and more.
She's
in
like,
the mud.
And
However, the other 2 groups are going to attempt to make their saves. That is an absolute failure. So the one that Zon have obliterated are still stuck. Their swords, like they're cutting through some of the vines and all, but as they cut through, more are just coming up and restricting their movement. They're not getting enough of a swing to manage anything. So the other ones that are getting Tanaka's help, that's going to be a 21.
That passes.
Yes. Okay. That is their action, however. But they are going to, use half their movement, and they are going to close the distance. They're basically right on top of the pair of you. You and Pez, since neither of you moved. But that's all that they can do, so Kasumi.
I'm going to bonus action hide.
Mm-hmm.
and then I am going to take a shot at one of the guys that's approaching Mariko and Pez.
Okay.
So she's like laying flat, like sitting there, just like aiming it. Okay, well, let's
Okay.
see how this goes. How does a 26 hit?
Roll your sneak for me. Or bonus action
my-
hide, so roll your stealth. Stealth check, not sneak check.
Okay. Well, so I got a 26 to hit.
Yes,
That's
I'm
what I did
remembering that.
Okay. Okay. Well, hold on. For my stealth, 22.
Okay, so roll another d20 just to see if you get a natural, because you're hidden.
No.
No? Okay, so 26 hits. I just wanted to make sure that you had the advantage to potentially do the cool stuff that Saito could do.
I
'Cause,
still
yeah,
get my sneak damage.
you do.
So, got that one I have to roll for my, so it's 10 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta roll my d6 for the it's just 1 point of poison damage.
Okay.
And then let's get with the, sneak attack. 20 points of sneak attack damage.
Okay. From your position up top, the green arrow shoots through, pierces through one of the red guard, right through the neck. He drops immediately, and it sticks into the shoulder of the one standing beside him. And you're now seeing a few of them are looking up, especially the one that fucking got shot. He can see the angle and looks up to see you on top of the wagon.
So, if you'll allow,
Maybe.
she would like to say a few words.
You got
I did
6
do
seconds.
a bonus action. Okay. So she's going to stand up with the bow pointed at the one she just shot at, and she looks at Tanaka. Tanaka, you don't have to do this. You know this is wrong. And then she's done.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. He looks back up at you, and you can see that there's conflict. And he doesn't want to, but orders are orders.
Well, there's no one left for orders then.
What is it? There's no one to. You don't have to be stealthy if there's no one there to report you, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of, it is his turn, and he is advancing with the other ones. And since he was never knocked prone or anything, he looks up at you, Kasumi, sighs. I have my orders and my honor. And he's going to make an attack on Mariko.
Oh. What? He's dead to me.
Not on me. I'm the ugly one.
Well, apparently it is a very half-hearted attack. Because that was a natural one.
Oh.
So
We hit his friend.
as he goes to swing at Mariko, he's kind of looking at her, and you can kind of sense that there's not a whole lot of force behind it. To you too.
Sorry, the camera's being weird. The camera wouldn't focus. Leave me alone.
Mariko, you're not terribly familiar with sword fighting and all, but even you can tell that this was a halt, citizen.
Just like bonking with an empty soap.
An empty
Later.
toilet paper tool, just like, donk. You can definitely tell that his heart's not in it. But that's all that he's going to do. So that brings us back to the top of the round to Zon.
Frustrated grunt. Fine, he's gonna use this last charm of this thing to bamf through the group in between himself or in between them and Mariko.
Okay, so Mariko, as Tanaka is doing a half-hearted swing at you, you kind of sidestep it, and then you just see bowling pitches boom! Zon's here. It's like, what'd I miss?
I'm back! Anybody who is in front of me, I need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Please.
That's going to be a 23 and a 16.
So the 16 fails. And the ones who fail take 8 lightning damage and are shoved 10 feet.
So I was right about the bowling pins.
Yes.
Okay. So more guards are getting knocked over and toppled to the side. A few of them are able to keep their feet. Again, some of the ones that got knocked over, they're not getting back up.
And then Zon's gonna do his... so I'm sitting right next to Tanaka, right? For the most part. Now.
From the way you came and how you described it to me, you were standing by Moriko, so it's Tanaka, Moriko, you. So he's on the other side of Moriko.
So I'm guessing there are guards next to him as well.
Not quite. They're getting closer, but they were still hindered by Moriko's vines. Tanaka, having not been hindered by the vines, had his full movement to get up there.
Alrighty, well, Zon's gonna just step forward, closest to the next guard that's not Tanaka, and green flame blade the shit out of him and his friend.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Roll your attack.
Guys. That'd be a 21.
21, that hits. That very, very much hits.
Okay. I need all the d8s. Yep. There's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points of slashing damage. 12 points of cold damage. And 9 points of fire damage. And then his buddy takes 9, 10, 11 points of fire damage.
Okay. The first one goes down, cutting him right across the chest, and with the follow-through of the blade, you hit the other one in the thigh. A lot of the armor there kind of mitigated some of the damage, but the blade still bit in off to the side, so he will definitely be limping at least a little bit. Is that all you want to do for your turn?
I do have a question for you. So, technically a bunch of people just entered Relentless Winter?
Oh, shit, yes. I forgot about that. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I was like, do you want to do it now, or is it on their turn?
Technically, it should have been on their turn, so I'm going to go ahead and handle it.
Well, I just did it now. Like, I just teleported there.
Oh, it follows you.
Yes.
Right,
it's
right,
centered
right.
on me. That's why I'm like, do you want to do it on their turn, or...
Yeah, I think I was thinking of Spirit, or, there's another one very similar where you, like, plant it and it stays there. I think it would be on the start of their turn, is how it works. Yeah, so don't let me forget.
In that area.
Yeah, don't let me forget about it.
I won't.
Is that all you're doing then?
Yep, done.
Okay.
Look at Tanaka. You're a terrible person. I hope that you know this. Your honor is not worth it.
Damn. Pez, you're up. What would you like to do?
How many dude bros are left?
On the side that you have been attacking, there's like 3. Between Moriko and Zon coming back in. It's kind of weird because they were kind of sectioned in 3 groups. This group's basically done, but with Zon coming in and knocking them over, they've gotten reinforcements, but they're still all kind of fucked. There's maybe 5 or 6 on the right-hand side. There's another 10 in the middle, and the majority on the left are still there. They haven't really been focused too much. They've been slowed, but none of them have been hit until Zon just hit a few of them with the green flame blade.
How far is the group that has the most people?
15 feet away from you. No, you're right in the middle, so like 10 feet away from you.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna have my little eldritch cannon crawl over to them.
Okay.
How many are in that area? And they're all like contained, like vined, right?
They're kind of moving rank and file closer and closer to you. There's 20 to 30 there.
I'm gonna detonate my eldritch cannon in the middle of that group.
Oh god.
Does that hit friendlies?
Yes. How
What's
far?
the
It's
radius?
20 feet diameter.
Oh, that's
That would very likely
10
hit
feet.
you, Mariko, and Zon, and Tanaka. Like, you are right there on it.
Can I make it to where it won't hit us and hit a vast majority of the people?
With how they're kind of clumping in, not really. It can't, like, worm through their legs or anything.
Damn, I was gonna detonate a nuke.
That would be really funny.
Not the
though.
time.
Then in that case, I'm just gonna burn them with my Eldritch Cannon.
Okay. Another dexterity save from me. We're going to do both groups over there. What's the save? Dexterity?
DC 15 Dex.
1 success, 1 failure.
Okay, so you'll take half damage. Of 12.
12. The middle group is the one that takes most of the damage. Since they've already been kind of beat up, they're still staggering along. 3 more of them drop. 2 on the other side, the more healthier side. They're getting burnt. They're not looking great. They're, one arm is kind of like hanging down at the side, and he's still holding his weapon with one. But they're not looking very good.
Cool.
Anything else, sir?
Yes, as my action. Damn.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
Damn. That's even better. Holy hell. I forgot that I had magic. I'm gonna look at the group in front of me.
You forgot you had magic. You literally just summoned a cannon.
Look, that's like mechanical magic.
Tactical magic.
Not how this works.
I'm going to cast Thunder Wave at a 3rd level. So a 15-foot cube.
Yeah.
It is a con 15 save.
Those are massive fucking failures.
Cool. That's 4d8 thunder damage.
Uh-oh.
I forgot Pez has big boy magic.
He
24.
got his big boy pants.
24 damage.
God, I could do that 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I should have used Fireball. That's even bigger.
That
No.
that middle
No.
group is gone. Very much like what Mariko did with the tidal wave. You're just seeing bodies flying backwards, and when they land on the ground with heavy thuds, they're not getting back up. You took out about 6 in the far left group that Tanaka was with, and they're knocked down, and they're not getting back up. So,
Cool.
you've leveled a fair bit of these guys. I love doing these mob scenes where you guys just get like unleash and just drop bodies. It's so much fun. Okay, anything else?
That's action, bonus action.
Ooh, I should have asked, was that Thunder Wave aimed at Tanaka, or was it
No,
just at the guards? Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Just making sure.
I'm saving my brother the noodle.
Brother of the noodle. Noodle brothers.
All right, that brings us to Moriko. What would you like to do?
You're gonna see her hesitate, and then she's gonna unarmed strike, aim for his Tanaka's stomach.
Gut punch him.
I honestly thought you were about to say aim a punch for his nuts. Just like
No, she's aiming for like the diaphragm area.
okay,
Just slapped him.
make your attack with advantage.
With advantage. Okay.
Because he's smitten.
18.
18. You rear your arm back and you just go right for the gut, and you feel your fist sink home, and you can hear all of you just hear the wind get knocked out of him. You kind of and he just falls face first into the, not the mud, so the dry ground. You just hear the, as he drops. Okay.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
She's not happy with herself.
I'm happy.
If he won't take me, I'm going to take him by force.
Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
She's gonna look at the other guys like, you want to fucking go? She's like trying to see him. Actually, no. No. Better idea. Bonus action. Wild shape into a dire wolf.
Ooh.
That'll work.
Is it weird that I kind of forgot you could do that?
Yes, the druid can do druid things.
Well, you've not wild shaped in a minute. You've always just been like, look at the pretty flowers that are attacking you.
I think it's gonna be more weird that the direwolf is pink.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of the you wanna fucking go, she's just gonna big snarl at the other guys.
No, that happened too. And then the wolf happens. You want a tilly, bro? Aroo.
Awoo.
Okay. Yeah, so you, you know what? Make an intimidation check.
What stat does intimidate go under?
It'd be charisma.
Should be alphabetical in your middle column.
Well, no, don't I have to use the direwolf stats?
Let me check on that, because that would be true for polymorph that properly changes your stats. But I think when you wild shape, it only changes your strength, dex, and constitution. I think.
Game statistics are replaced by the statistics of the bees, but you retain your alignment, personality, intelligence, wisdom. Oh, okay, so I keep my charisma.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
I remember
wolves are
things.
really charisma. Yep.
I got a dirty 20.
Oh no. Well, that was a fuck me.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay. Is that it for your turn? I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, the guards run.
They take damage.
Yes! Relentless winner. Wisdom save?
It's a wisdom
Okay.
save indeed, DM.
15.
No.
Okay. I forget, were you targeting Tanaka with this as well, or just the guards?
No.
Okay.
Just the cards.
Okay.
15, 21, 28 points of cure damage.
Yep. Just gonna... Hold on, let me see if I can get the microphone to pick this up. They're dead. All right. So, yes. As you bamf back in there with the water on the ground, burnt bodies, green flame blade, you don't quite kill the rest, but you get a big chunk out of the last remaining group. And as Mariko turns into this big wolf and just kind of snarls at them, after having this little tiny pink thing being like, you want to go? Woof. Yes, they did. Away. So they start to run. Zon, Mariko, you're the direwolf. Is that a medium creature? Is that correct? I believe it is.
Large beast.
Large. Okay, cool. You both have opportunity attacks on the guards that are trying to run.
Hooray!
Bite him in the ass.
Bite. I get to bite. Am I
That is
gonna
underway
get
now.
boxers with that bite?
Sorry,
So
what'd
an
you say,
opportunity attack
Tez?
is...
Now, just exactly what Lisa said.
Okay.
So is Green Flame Blade an opportunity of attack?
It's your weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Because I believe Green Flame Blade lasts until the start of your next turn. Is that correct?
No, it's just whenever you you just use your weapon attack.
Then,
It's
no, you would not be able to, because this is an opportunity attack. You can't use your bonus action on a reaction.
an action, but okay. Dirty 20. It's an action.
You're right. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. Dirty 20.
Hits, Mariko?
17.
Hits. So roll your damage. See if you can pick off a few more.
I also have an added part to my fight.
Sure.
Okay.
Do we want to handle Zon's real quick since this is probably just
Yes.
a... Okay. What was your damage, Zon?
8, 9, 10, 11 points of slashing and 6 points of cold.
Okay, so 17 overall. You definitely take out one more that's running away. You hear the Wilhelm scream that, ah! When he goes down. So, Mariko, you had special stuff with the...
So,
Chomp chomp?
are the targets technically creatures? Or no?
Yeah. they're living
Okay.
beings. Yeah, they're creatures.
Okay. So, it's 11 points of piercing, and if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
He's not gonna get away.
You said, what was the DC?
13 strength saving.
15.
Damn. It was worth a shot.
It was very
He
worth the
got his
shot.
underwear.
Yeah, you mailman bite him in the ass, and he's continues to run. You come back with a bit of the red armored plating that you just ripped off of his ass. So you've gotten a nice little chew toy. But the guards do start to run. Kasumi, it is your turn. The
How
remaining
many-
guards, there's maybe 20 in total. And
Oh,
they
wow.
are fucking look at your team here, okay? They are scattering. It is very disorderly. Some of them are rushing into the building. Some of them seem to be running towards the bridge that you had met Tanaka at initially. But it's very disorganized. Very likely some of the ones that died were the officers or the ones in charge. This is not very tactical.
Okay. She would like to,
Kill them all. Got it. Roll your dice.
no, she would like to
Ooh.
hop back down from the cart
Mm-hmm.
onto the ground near where Tanaka is.
Mm-hmm. He's basically all but Pez posed at the moment.
Okay. Do I need to roll anything for hopping down from the cart?
You're a fucking rogue.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
Kasumi.
Unless you want to
Um,
see if you land in the mire and face plant and dirty everything. No? Okay, cool. Then you're fine.
So she's gonna walk over to him. She's gonna point at his body and look at Mariko. She'll be like, Mariko, bring him inside. We need to go. And then Kasumi's gonna walk inside the cart.
Good. Where are we going?
We're leaving!
But we killed all the guards. We can just go to the castle now.
She's inside. She walked inside after giving Mariko the orders to bring Tanaka inside the cart. That's my turn.
Okay. With that being said, we are back at the top of the round with Zon, Pez, Mariko. Apart from Tanaka, there's no one else around. So, for the moment, we're going to...
Keywords for the moment.
we're going to leave combat for now.
Ah, it's so peaceful.
Now.
With
Now.
like
Not like
40
we
dead
did-
bodies around us.
Yeah, there's a lot
Mariko's-
more than just red armor on the ground now.
Zon will sigh, and while we're leaving, he will cast. How many people can I heal at once? As. Nah, never mind. Fuck them. They tried to kill us. Their own fault.
Technically speaking, none of them really got to attack you.
I said tried. I didn't say they did a good job.
None of them attacked you. Like, literally none of them
Again.
attacked you.
Bad job!
There wasn't even an attempt. They didn't have time. You nuked them. I didn't roll a single attack, except for Tanaka.
Yeah.
That was half-hearted.
Bad job. I'd be horrified at an army that comes and attacks us now.
You
Mariko's
guys,
gonna pick up Tanaka by the back of his shirt and carry him inside.
Rough.
you guys also have to realize that you're kind of super beings. Like you're not normal.
I mean, I already knew that before the super beam.
Kasumi shouting, "Inside! Let's go!"
Hez is going to Legolas up the cart into the seat.
Okay.
Zahn will angrily grunt and walk inside.
Your cannon. Are you leaving it there?
It has a timer.
I was waiting to hear that answer. Yes.
Okay. So, Tanaka does not seem to be resisting. So,
Once everyone's inside, Kasumi is slamming the door, and she's like, "Cassie, we need to go now.
oh, where?
Anywhere but here.
Okay.
As fast as you can!"
Okay, stop shouting at me! And you like, it's been a while since you felt this sensation because of the internal magics that kind of dampen everything. You have to kind of like catch yourself as the wagon lurches from the sudden. Yeah, Pez, you're up top going like, oh shit! She does get a little bit mired down for a few seconds in the muck that came from the tidal wave. But from Kasumi's urging, the urgency of Cassie manages to get through all of that muck and grime. So far as you are aware, Cassie is heading in some direction.
I'll like lead her towards the exit of the town.
Okay, so you're leaving the area.
That's what I assume is.
Okay. Just making sure, because you just said anywhere but here without instructions. I was going to roll to see where Cassie went, and it might not have been where you wanted her to go. But with Pez's instructions to leave Chunsu, Cassie begins to head on the dirt track out.
Zahn will go over to Kasumi. You pray, Genshay, now!
Listen,
No, listen.
this is not the time to order me around, okay? I don't know what just happened.
We killed 20
We just
gods.
killed a lot of people.
Yeah, this
Well,
is what
you
happened.
guys did.
Moriko, from your hand, you just hear this heaviest sigh.
Actually, Mariko's still wolf. She had
Sorry.
roughed him with her mouth.
From your jaws, you hear the heaviest. So wait, has he been like drug or is he like dangling?
He's dangling because she's large.
Okay.
So she's like trying to keep him from dragging
Yeah.
on the ground.
So you hear the heaviest sigh from your jaws, and he's just. Suppose I should be thanking you for not killing me.
Which, speaking of, she's gonna turn and look at Tanaka. I understand that you have an order, but you know what happened back there was not okay.
He just kind of shrugs half-heartedly and just... I am under the orders of the Shogun and his subordinates. If I am told to jump, I jump.
And look where that got you. Now you're a wolf's chew toy.
He goes, ap ap. I made it look like I did what I was told.
And
He kind of reaches a hand up and kind of pats the top of your snout. Sorry.
Mariko's just gonna gently set him down.
Well,
His bag is wet. He's kind of like, ugh.
because you roped us into this, now you are stuck with us as now active wanted fugitives of the town. And so at this point in time, we can't really let you go.
All of that is incorrect. I
How?
roped no one into anything.
You brought them to our cart.
They knew where you were.
I was about to say, no offense, Kasumi, but it doesn't really take a lot to fancy card.
Yes, but how did they know about the medallion?
We told.
You told Taiko Suki.
So you're not the one that told them.
You told Taiko Suki!
Zahn even knows this is what happened. He's just really confused and was like, how am I following this and you don't?
No, Kasumi's just really mad right now, okay? She's not thinking.
You killed a lot of my friends just now.
They didn't have to die.
Their orders were to apprehend you, bring you safely into custody, and you killed them. You do realize that the entire country is going to be after you now.
They already were.
No, they fucking weren't!
That's not true, actually. Yeah, it's
All you had to do was give the Shogun that.
No.
That.
Was that not your whole point of being here? To give it back to the Shogun?
For me personally, to give it back.
Who cares?
Shenshei does. Speaking of, I will be right back. And
We are not done having this conversation!
Actually, you are. Well, welcome to our humble home. This is where we go after we kill things.
Mariko's just gonna shift back like, this is a really funny side of you. I like it.
I'm just like sitting on top of the cart, and then I look back, and I look at camera, and then a mushroom cloud erupts behind us.
The windows rattle and he flinches. What was that?
I don't know.
I have an idea, but I'm not going to say because it is not my doing.
I stuck my neck out for you. I showed you the city. Got you to talk to Taiko Suki. You start murdering people. I'm leaving. Goodbye. And he goes to the door.
Cassie, don't let that door open.
He turns back. Let me out.
I'll give you two options. I'll let you sit in one of the nice fluffy chairs, or I could do to you what I did to your friends.
Is this kidnapping?
Yes, this is technically kidnapping. Welcome to the fun.
I don't like this.
Yeah, well, I'm from Rokusin. This is kind of part of the norm. So, chair or dead? Your
I
choice.
don't like this.
Which chair isn't claimed?
One of the ones up front, but the nice bay windows are very comfortable. We take naps on them most of the time.
Okay.
I'm gonna also need the weapons you have on your person.
Oh, he doesn't have them.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, when Mariko like gut punched him, he dropped it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a chair now. Schnell.
Yeah. Okay. He very hurriedly goes up the steps. And then he sprints for the window and jumps at it.
Goes up the step. I'm up there.
Nope.
He falls on the stairs.
He kind of jumps at the window, and you all hear the like, you know, like when a kid runs into a screen door, the like a brrr, that just happened.
Behind me as I'm getting ready to
as you're
shoot
coming up the
something.
switchback, you just hear this heavy thud against the window, and another thud as a body hits the floor, and oh.
Kasumi's gonna walk back over there and put her hands on her hips and look down at him. Did you try to run?
No. Nope.
Sounds like he's lying, Kasumi.
Would you
tripped
like
and
to
hit the
see?
window.
Would you like to see why I'm so adamant about me personally delivering it?
Sure.
Okay. She debates on dragging you up the stairs, but she's like, "Can you walk?"
Yeah. And he like struggles to get up. And as he kind of brushes himself off and he starts to follow you up begrudgingly, he kind of looks back down and goes and points at you, Mariko. Good punch.
I was trying to not do what I did with the others. Which I feel really bad about still.
I don't believe you. And he goes up the stairs.
Zana's going to tail.
He's lumping you in with all the other psychopaths.
Mariko's just gonna sit on the couch and just sulk.
Don't worry, Marika. He will get over it. But Zon's gonna follow at a safe distance just to make sure he doesn't try to go anywhere.
He follows you upstairs.
So Kasumi's going to lead him to the altar.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to turn to him. You can either kneel next to me, or you can stand there and sulk. But I'm going to speak to Shenshei. Directly. She, like, just gives him, like, another... she sits down. And then she collects herself down at the altar, lights the incense, and starts to meditate to try to speak to Shenshei.
You're gonna be mad.
Okay. What do you say?
So, after she takes her a second to clear her thoughts because she's a bit flustered, but she bows her head and Shenshei, today your orders were challenged by those who feel like they know more than you do. And with your orders to deliver the medallion directly to the Shogun, unfortunately it resulted in some unnecessary deaths. But please reassure me that we did the right thing today.
Tanaka, though he is standing there and is sulking, pouting, he's staring at you, but he is being respectfully quiet. Whether that be for fear or the fact of, you praying to your deities. There's a brief pause. And as you wait for a response, the incense that you had been burning snuffs out. And you feel a slight chill run across the back of your neck.
There's no response.
No.
She's gonna put her hand to the medallion, see if she can sense anything.
The medallion is cold jade stone.
She is going to light the little, fire pit that she has at the altar. And she is going to do her draconic rune casting.
As you go to light the brazier, the fire will not catch.
Something's not right. She starts rubbing her temples. She's very clearly frustrated and flustered, and she stands up and looks at Tanaka. Something is not right now. Shenshei never ignores me.
You killed your countrymen.
We killed people who were trying to take us away from the goal that she sent me to do.
If your goal was to return the Jade Medallion, I am really struggling to see the disconnect of just giving the Shogun his property versus killing those that were sworn to protect and uphold the laws of the land.
That wasn't the Shogun.
That is the Shogun's chief advisor, his right-hand man. Literally his right-hand man.
The only way to clear my name is for me to hand-deliver it to the Shogun.
They know who you are.
Yes. And
they know that they were getting it from you.
He started the conversation by speaking to me like I was a criminal, a thief.
To be fair, Okazaki is a bit brash. Kind of a dick. So, you have him there. However, you killed people. I don't know what you want me to say to you. I thought that you would comply, hand over the jade medallion, prove that you were not a criminal by handing over the property that is the Shogun's. Instead, you killed this man, you attacked the chief advisor.
Does she see Zahn
Not
down
something
the
an
hallway?
innocent person would do.
Does she see Zahn? Like, you're down the hallway, right?
I would assume that
Regular.
someone was like right behind him. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Nah, it's like 10, 15 feet behind.
Okay.
Kasumi just looks back at Zahn. Did I do something wrong?
What do you want me to say?
Tanaka's gonna look back at you like around the corner and goes, tell her the truth. You're from Rokusing, you know murder.
To be fair, you did take that kind of... Not in the best way, not saying that, couldn't not kill people, but...
They also
Usually
didn't need to attack us.
That
were
being
not-
said...
They're not attacking you. They were
we got
going
that
to-
much.
I don't think she does.
Kasumi, I understand that this is your... kind of what you've been doing. But to be fair, he does bring up some strong points. And while we were defending ourselves, probably could have handed it over and then waited to see what happened next.
Something just didn't feel right.
Well,
I
the guy's
don't-
a dick, so that's already going to be kind of the general, what is the word I'm looking for, vibe of the guy.
Right, so trust the entirety of my honor for this guy that decided to talk to me like I was the one that stole it to begin with. That's the whole reason why I went on this journey, was to clear my name, and for him to come to us with all of his men pointed at us and basically calling me a criminal. That's not how we do this.
Well, to be fair, Zahn's gonna gesture to your shrine. I think Shenshei says you're wrong.
Shenshei said nothing.
Can you contact Shenshei?
I tried.
Did you firelight?
It did, but then it went out.
And then when you tried to light the other thing,
It didn't go.
that's not how fire works. It's not working like that. Somebody is probably unhappy.
She could have
So-
just told me that. That's why I asked.
Zahn's gonna go back to all the times that Valkyrie told him shit that was just convoluted and cloudy, and you should learn this for yourself. No, that's not how gods work. It's like, sorry, Kasumi. Listen, I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy what I did. Guilty as charged, I'm from Rokusing. But that being said, I think the only ways that you can rectify this situation is by doing something that's gonna sound really bad.
What are you implying?
Turning myself in.
Tanaka's gonna go, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that quite loud enough. Could you speak up, please?
You could have died in that whole engagement. Silence.
Shutting up.
By turning yourself in and asking for forgiveness for your actions, and if we go back fast enough, we can technically heal all of those people, maybe, kind of, sort of.
Oh, they were very dead.
I'm just saying. Noah sounds just like, How do I not be Zahn for a minute here? So to be fair, while you have been in this country, you have been very, on edge. And just maybe you're not thinking 100% clearly.
I came here with a very specific task to do, and apparently no one wants to let me do that task as I was instructed to do.
You're saying the same thing over and over again. I mean, listen, I get it, but at the same time, he's technically right. If he's the right-hand man, I do not know anything about your politics here, whatever his position is, but apparently he is the right hand of the Shogun, so...
He could have just brought us to the Shogun.
Listen, I don't know how things work here. This is outside of my area of expertise. I'm good at praying to Valkyrie, killing.
You do hear Tanaka, like, he opens his mouth to say something, remembers what you told him, kind of grunts, and shuts it again.
So, I'm just saying that, to be fair, let's just say hypothetically you gave him the medallion, and nothing happened. Nobody said anything. You were still considered a thief or whatever. Technically, but if that was the case, you saw what we did to the guards. There's nothing that could have stopped us from walking up and inviting ourselves in. If shit went very south.
Then more people would have died.
I'm saying if shit went south. But that being said, we probably could have handled that better. Not saying that I didn't have fun. But handing over the medallion might have been the better idea. So I tried to stop him from leaving, but he just, apparently, from Mr. Tanaka here, says he's a dick, so I don't really think any of my persuading would have done anything.
He's shaking his head because he's not allowed to speak.
Oh, you can speak, just don't say anything stupid.
Since I have Sir Zahn's permission, I do not know what your previous experiences were in other lands. I have heard that you are well-traveled. I hate myself for making this. One does not simply see the Shogun.
We are not just your average person.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Kasumi,
Yes.
but they don't know that. I mean, even I know that. To be fair,
You are
let's
foreigners
go through
here.
the...
You are foreigners here. People that are from here don't even get to see the Shogun. There are people who have lived in Chunsu their entire lives and haven't even seen a glimpse of the Shogun. Shutting up.
Oh, you're fine.
She's like glaring at him. She's like, do you understand what I had to do to recover this medallion?
At this point, I don't know that it matters. I don't think you're going to survive. He is going to send his armies after you. You do realize that by doing this, you have made yourselves wanted in the entirety of Takatari.
Yeah, you said this already.
Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Guess we're good. I appreciate you reiterating, because it gets the point across.
It's pretty fucking important.
Was there a way that Pez could have heard any of this conversation?
No.
No?
Unless the window behind the altar was open, then you might have caught glimpses of Tanaka freaking the fuck out.
Was the window open?
I don't remember. Sure.
You may have heard Tanaka panicking. But with the trundling of the wagon wheels and all, it would have been difficult to pick out proper words.
Because I have words to say, but Pez doesn't know what words were going on, so He's just gonna sit there and look at the mushroom cloud. It's very pretty.
Mariko, you're still sitting, kind of
She's
sulking
still
yourself.
sulking.
Okay.
Kasumi's gonna storm down the stairs and go straight to the cabinet to get a glass of tea.
Zan's gonna look at Tanaka, gesture, go down the stairs.
I know you said no stupid questions. Does that mean I can leave?
9.
It's worth a shot.
Sorry, that means no.
Going downstairs. And he goes downstairs, and you can kind of see him look at the window and like squints at it, but keeps on going down.
Oh, Zan is like a fucking... He tries to leave, I cast Banish. And it's not going to be the good banishment.
He's not going to the bath world.
No.
Have we made it out the city yet?
Oh yes. Yeah, you're not like terribly far. You can still see a lot of the buildings with relative detail, but you don't see anyone approaching. The roads are still relatively empty as they had been when you first arrived.
I'm gonna tell Cassie to stay on in her heading, and then suck myself through the cushions inside the building.
Somehow
Clear.
you slurp through the seat up outside of the wagon. You just appear under the table.
Yep, like an elevator.
Yeah, just
He made a tunnel.
little dimension door. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
just having. Hey, how you doing?
I don't like it when you do that.
Oh, you'll get used to it. You're now. Anyway, I had
They're gonna put in my notes that you fucking kidnapped Tanaka.
Oh, I've already got that written down, don't worry.
Okay.
We also kind of kidnapped him.
So, as I was looking back upon the city, of which is still in pristine condition, with no damage to any buildings surrounding the area that we were just at.
Make a deception check at disadvantage.
Deception. Jesus. that?
Deception
Ow, I'm proficient in deception.
is great.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, no, I am lying out my cloaca. That's a
Yeah.
natural 1.
Why'd you have to call it that?
It's true. Yeah, you can see that he does not believe you whatsoever.
So, what if we say that that pencil neck guy who was like in charge of all the guard people said, take him dead or alive? And then we can like go back to Shogun and say, he said, take him dead or alive. And then that's like all of us plus Noodle Man word against him.
Has
What?
There's one wrench in that plan.
Huh? I like
And
wrenches.
Zan's just gonna point at Tanaka.
Yeah, he'll be on our side.
Regardless of what I say, I do believe the Shogun is going to believe his right-hand man more than anyone else.
Yes, that is.
Not unless that right-hand man loses his right hand. Right?
You are a terrifying
Right.
little creature.
I try. You should meet my friend. He's dead.
To be fair,
Guys.
No!
to be fair, Tanaka, we are used to fighting Eldritors and things not of this world, so you know, takes a little bit to kind of, yeah.
I swam in the insides of D-Rex.
None of what you have told me has made any of this okay.
No, I'm not saying it was okay. I'm just saying that, you know.
Just out of curiosity, why are you keeping me?
Because we needed to ask you questions to find out why the hell that just happened.
Okay, I gave you a honest, albeit panicked, answer. Can I go?
So, no.
Why?
Why can't we just let him go? We're just torturing him at this point.
We will let him go. We will eventually go back to the city. We need to sort what just happened out and figure out what to do because I am lost.
I can explain all that. Tanaka, I do have another question for you.
Sure. He finds a seat at the table and just helps himself to one and just flumps.
So, in this situation, if you are a higher ranked god, what would you say would rectify this situation? I want your honest opinion. I will not injure you if you are brutally honest.
I might.
You will not injure him either.
Okay.
I would assume that Okazaki is already reported this to the Shogun.
Understood. Kind of figured that when you...
The Red Guards will not take kindly to their brethren being killed. The military will probably be sent out after you, if you are lucky. If you are unlucky, you might have a few others coming for you that are less lenient and are eager to find worthy opponents.
Exciting, but continue.
The best that I could recommend, as I do not believe you would be welcome back in Chunsu anytime soon. And he kind of looks at Kasumi, just like knowing that this is going to sound terrible. Give the medallion to me. Let me bring it back. And then leave the country. Or go back to Chunsu, surrender, and hope.
Well, there you go, Kasumi. You have two options.
Or what we could do is hold on to this little snack right here and wait a day or two and see if the noodle god will answer us.
Yeah, I can...
He kind of looks at you, Pez. Am I the snack?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Pez, but I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. Based on what I just saw, it's probably not going to happen. I'm actually like 100% sure that's not going to happen.
You'll never know.
Actually. DM.
That's me.
Since I'm lacking a god currently, if I was to use divine intervention, could I possibly contact Sensei with that and ask a question?
You can certainly try.
Okay, well, what do I need to do for this? I'm gonna get some dice out because I think I need percentile dice. I have never managed to do this, so I doubt this will work, but...
Well, considering that you roll high, it's a very, very low chance.
But okay.
I believe you have to roll your level or lower.
Appropriate and veins so explore your team's aid requiring you to action. Describe the assistance you seek and roll.
Yeah, your roll has to be equal to or less than 12.
I'm just trying to figure out what I'm asking. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what's allowed to be asked and, like, what isn't allowed to be asked. And I'm thinking, like, broad question probably isn't going to help. So,
when it says request, you could ask a question for information. You could ask to have a task done for you. So if you want to use it on a question, you can, but if there's a specific action that you would want to have happen, that is also an option. So what is it that you are wanting to have done?
Powerful are the gods.
What?
How powerful are the gods?
Is that what you're going to ask?
No. I'm asking, like, can Zon's brain, has it ever been known that gods can turn back time?
You can certainly ask.
It's not going to work, so I'm going to fucking go for it. Okay, so real quick. So, it's this one and this one, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I need to roll under my cleric level, so I need to roll under a 12. Well, doesn't matter. Rolled a 15. It's actually the lowest
This
I've
is
ever-
really close, though.
Yeah. So, okay.
So Zon sits down, closes his eyes, and begins to meditate. And after a few moments, you see him kind of twitch a little bit, and then just sighs. Didn't seem to connect.
Kasumi, these are your two options, because realistically, Sensei is not going to help you. It's very obvious of that.
Mariko,
And
looks like you have something.
Mariko, after peeking over and seeing Zon doing that, she's going to set up crisscross applesauce, dig into her pouch, and find like the prettiest shiny rock that she had in her little collection. And she's going to sit there with the rock in her hand and close her eyes and try to meditate to Aaron.
Okay.
Oh.
To ask politely, hey, general idea of, I know this is my first time reaching out, I apologize, but is there any way that we can fix this situation?
Okay. You see Zon begin to meditate, having mentioned intervening with the gods. So you decide to mimic him, with a bit of apprehension, considering the last few times that you've been contacted or tried to contact did not go over great for you. But you sit there for a moment, and the warm room cools significantly. There's an almost damp feel. You smell sea salted air, and the light around you seems to dim slightly, and you start to, the wooden floor beneath you begins to feel cold and hard like stone, and you have this sense of claustrophobia for a moment, like the walls are much tighter in than they actually are. And then after a moment of this sensation, it dissipates and you're back in the wagon. What are you all doing?
wait and see what
Mariko's
Kasumi
gonna-
says. Sorry.
Mariko's gonna continue to sulk.
Kasumi, you have your
Kasumi-
options.
Kasumi had fixed herself a cup of tea, and she went and sat by one of the windows. And there's almost like a tear that comes down her face, that you see like a tiny bit. I didn't want people to die. They didn't have to. That's why I didn't attack at first. It just happened so fast.
As you say this, Tanaka from the table, he's kind of arms folded, kind of doing the little like rock back on the back legs of the chair. I feel bad that I have to reiterate this. We were given orders to apprehend and detain, not to attack. And apart from myself, none of them attacked. So, in the eyes of the Red Guard and the Shogun, you are all but murderers who defied the laws and the will of the land of Takatari. You may be heroes elsewhere, but I can guarantee you, you will not be here in Takatari. And it pains me to say so. And he kind of glances over his shoulder where you're sitting, Kasumi. Until today, I had thought much better of you.
That's cool.
It seems my boyish fantasies were for naught. If I am no longer needed, I would very much like to leave and go see to the burials of my friends. Please and thank you.
Then go.
You hear the heavy thump of the chair legs as he stands up and goes to try the door of the wagon.
Oh, hey, Cassie, you can let him out.
The door opens.
Oh, slow down too, please.
Yeah, we're going like 45 miles per hour.
By the time you said that, he's already leaned out, jumped, done a tuck and roll, and if any of you look, he has picked himself up and he's dusting himself off and begins to walk back down the road towards Chunsu. And with that, we're going to take a little bit of a break, get some more water, snacks maybe. We will be back in just a few minutes to see what happens. Don't go too terribly far. And we are back. So, Cassie's wagon is on the road, leaving Chunsu. Still moving at a pretty decent pace under the orders of Pez. The four of you are down in the living room. Brick is still in the library, apparently studying, having missed all the fun, and we'll figure out why he didn't come and see what the ruckus was. Soundproof. So, you are currently heading westward through the country of Takatari. Now wanted criminals. What are you all doing?
So, I have an idea in the 15 seconds that we were watching him walk away. But,
Just thumbing it.
yeah. What if we send a message to the right-hand man dude and say, bro, why'd you attack us? If you want the thing, come get it. And then he could, like, bamf to us. And then we might be able to give him the medallion. Or we could say, if you want the medallion and our heads, bring Mr. Shogun. And then we might get an audience with Mr. Shogun.
I doubt that highly. Like, to be fair, I doubt that we will be able to talk to him after all of that, if I'm being completely honest.
Never know. Could say, like, bring the small army or else the medallion will be destroyed.
I also think that's a bad idea.
What if we just turn ourselves in?
I'm not hearing a no.
Brick hasn't been seen. So, if we want a jailbreak, we could inform Brick, say, hey, stake out. Break us out.
Kasumi stands up. Cassie, stop the cart.
Whoa.
She comes to a slower stop than that.
Oh.
But she generally remains quiet, as just the general air of the room is not what she's used to, and just kind of having that instinct of this is not the time to joke or speak. So She does as she's told.
Sumi goes up to her room and gets her journal. And she starts to write a letter.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay. What do you write?
Journal. Dragon.
Oh, that's cool.
She is going to write to the Shogun's commander-in-chief.
Pencil dick.
Si, senor.
And she's going to start off by saying the encounter that occurred earlier did not need to happen. And lives were lost that should not have been. And she is remorseful and she now has to live with that. And that she now knows that her honor has been tainted to the point of no return. So if he wants the medallion, they'll be returning to the city tomorrow. And then she writes at the bottom, none of my friends should be punished because all they were doing was protecting me. This is my fault. And then she sends it.
Okay. Do you stay up in your room? Do you go back down to let them know? Because no one followed you. No one knows that
Right.
you've done this.
She takes a second to compose herself because it was really hard for her to like write that. But she does go down the stairs. She's very somber. We'll be returning to the city tomorrow.
Probably without the cart.
We can bring the cart. That's fine. But I'll give him the medallion. And whatever happens, happens.
Cassie?
She doesn't reply.
Okay. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Sumi just silently goes back upstairs. And she gets into fox form and she curls up in the corner of the bed.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
What time is it?
It's still relatively early in the morning. You were all kind of
this
getting.
was all in the morning. We did all this shit before lunch.
This happened before lunch.
Damn,
you
dude,
were
we
kind of
were
getting
fast.
ready. You were getting ready for the day when you heard the knock on the door.
We were real fast.
So what's the plan? What's everyone doing?
I'm gonna tell Cassie to make the rounds. Just like continue to.
Just do donuts?
Yeah, well, I mean, not donuts, but like. Just
Well-
go different ways so that
So-
then if we are being followed, then the tracks won't be too easy to find.
So let me ask you guys this. I know we've only been going for about 2.5 hours, but this has gotten quite a bit heavier than I was anticipating. And I do kind of feel bad that Brick is not here to weigh in on what's happening. Do we want to continue, or do we want to wait until he's able to be here to be a part of this?
I think we should wait for him because this is kind of a heavy story. Lore.
Is everyone okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. So for the moment, we will say we'll wrap up today. Again, sorry for the short session here, but I do really feel bad being one of our guys down. Kasumi has sent the letter, has gone up into the room to curl up in fox form, and that is exactly where we will pick up the next time that we play. So thank you all so much for joining us on this wild roller coaster of a session. We will see you the next time we go live. Anyone else have any questions? Actually, shit, let me check real quick and see what the
When
dates
we
are
going
looking like.
live next?
That is a fantastic question, because let's see, next week.
Ain't got no more foosball games, do you?
Well, I do. I have a game on the 16th, and then we should be okay because Thanksgiving isn't for another 3 weeks.
Mhm.
So should be okay. So the next session, as of right now, we're good to go. So
Friday the 15th?
no, Friday the 22nd.
Oh, that's so far out.
It's 2 weeks. It's our regularly scheduled session.
Next
So,
week.
with Brick not being here, I'm assuming that we're okay with that. We may not. If you want to keep up with whether or not we will be streaming, please join the Discord. The links can be found below. They can be found in the chat here. And we will let you guys know if there's any change of plans. So until the next time we go live, thank you guys for joining us on this, and we'll see what happens when they get back to Chunsu. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to the Fools and Flagons podcast. If you enjoyed this past adventure of the Tales of Archeron, you can catch us live on Fridays at twitch.tv/Fools and Flagons.